You know, I was actually planning on taking about a week off from YouTube because really nothing was going on that interested me enough to make a video, or also because I didn't really have many ideas left in my head. So I just wanted to take about a week off from YouTube, just get away from this shit for about a week. And I'm sure within a week's time, I would have had enough ideas to make to turn into videos, and also I would have had the urge to make videos again, and all of the sorts. But then this happens, and it just reeled me back into YouTube because this is just too good to pass up. So anyways, before I actually get into the topic of this video, I'm sure you already know how I feel about Steven Crowder. I think he's a douchebag. I don't like his content at all. But, as much as this pains me, I will be defending Steven Crowder in this video. That really hurt me on the inside. Anyways, but I do feel that what Crowder is faced against in the, currently is just absolute bullshit, and I feel that I should step up for him because I feel he actually deserves being defended in this situation, unfortunately. But anyways, so this Vox journalist, his name is Carlos Maza, has had multiple Crowder videos made on him at this point. I watched Crowder's videos against this person last night. It was about an hour's worth of Crowder content I watched. Yes, it did really hurt to watch that shit, but still, Crowder made multiple videos against this person, and finally, Carlos Maza got really pissed off and took it upon himself to contact YouTube in hopes to get Crowder kicked off the site. And what did Crowder do exactly to this guy? Well, aside from making videos and going after the points Carlos made in his videos, Crowder on multiple occasions and pretty much all of these videos made fun of Carlos's sexuality and his background, calling him the gay Mexican or lispy queer, things like that. You know, juvenile shit, but nothing really too terrible. So, anyways, Carlos throws a huge shit fit over this, and, you know, just wants Crowder just eradicated from the site because, oh no, Steven Crowder made fun of his sexuality and his background. Oh my god, holy shit. But anyways, at first, YouTube actually did step up for Crowder and defended Crowder. They said, yes, the language used in Crowder's videos were hurtful, sure, but it still aligned with our community guidelines. Crowder did not step out of line once in these videos, and his videos, again, were perfectly within our community guidelines. But no, Carlos Maza still goes on his huge shitstorm, and then YouTube finally caves in because Carlos got all of his journalist buddies from other mainstream news outlets like Vox, and then YouTube finally caved in from the pressure and just outright demonetized Steven Crowder's channel. Not individual videos, not the videos Carlos reported, just demonetized every single video on Crowder's channel. So yeah, Crowder isn't making any money off of YouTube AdSense on his videos anymore. And on top of that, now Carlos has kickstarted the next adpocalypse. Adpocalypse. However many adpocalypses there have been at this point, 0.0. I don't know how many adpocalypses there have been exactly, but I know it's already been a fuck ton at this point. But anyways, Carlos pretty much kickstarted the next adpocalypse. Now, many channels that YouTube deems as hateful get demonetized straight up. Not individual videos that YouTube deems as hateful, just an entire channel could be demonetized. Every single video could be demonetized on a channel now. And of course, you know, it's already being unfair. You know, channels are already being unfairly labeled as hateful, like T.J. Kirk, the Amazing Atheist podcast, Deep Fat Fried. Now their channel just outright demonetized now because YouTube deemed it as hateful. And you want to know what's just so fucking rich about this? Even Carlos is mad about this now because one of his journalist buddies was wrongfully hit by this. Let's read this shit, shall we? What's happening to Ford is fucking awful. He's a good journalist doing important work. I don't understand how YouTube is still so bad about this. How can they not differentiate between white supremacist content and good faith reporting on white supremacy? And let's read the tweet that Carlos retweeted because I have some things to say about it. I want to clarify for the record that this is not Gay Wonk's fault, that Gay Wonk being Carlos Maza. And I don't want people harassing him for what happened to me. YouTube did the purge slash censoring slash demonetization, perhaps in response to him, but these byproducts and errors on their part were YouTube, not him. Yeah, not his fault. Carlos is an innocent little angel. None of this is his fault at all. Yeah, it is his fucking fault. If he didn't throw a fucking bitch fit on Twitter and contacted YouTube in hopes to get Crowder kicked off the platform, then none of this would have fucking happened, and your channel wouldn't have been demonetized. Wrongfully, might I add. It is 100% Carlos's fault, because again, if it wasn't for him freaking the fuck out and contacting YouTube over, oh no, Steven Crowder said some mean things about me, then none of this would have fucking happened, and no channels would have been unfairly 100% demonetized. So yes, this is entirely his doing. And now, many people on this platform are now getting fucked over as a result of this. And it is 100% Carlos's fault. There is no one here to blame but Carlos. And throw shade at YouTube all you want, alright? I can see why YouTube did this. Alright, yeah, sure, it's fucked up. Alright, but still, YouTube felt a lot of pressure from Carlos and his journalist buddies, because people were writing articles about YouTube defending Crowder, making some gay jokes and maybe sort of racist jokes at Carlos's expense. And YouTube knew where this was going to end up. YouTube was like, oh shit, these journalists are probably contacting their advertiser buddies that they surely have connections to, telling them to pull their advertisements from YouTube because this is the content that YouTube allows on its site. And then now YouTube is just going overboard and demonetizing many channels that could be construed as hateful because they want to avert another adpocalypse. Sure, it's happening already, but still they don't want advertisers pulling out of their platform and making the situation even worse than it already is. And look, do I necessarily think Crowder is this 100% angel in this situation? No, alright? His jokes were stupid and juvenile, alright? But still, that doesn't warrant Carlos taking this shit way out of line, making this a way bigger issue than it really should have been, because Crowder should not be deplatformed over this. Crowder should have the perfect right to say whatever the fuck he feels like saying, no matter how stupid or hateful some people may feel it is on this platform, because for me that's just how free speech works. And before any smartass may say to me, oh well, free speech, it only protects an individual from from the government silencing them from what they're saying, and YouTube is a private company, so they have the perfect right to silence whoever the fuck it is they want to silence. Can you just get the fuck out of here from with that bullshit? Because I'm talking about the very concept of free speech, not the actual law itself. So stop being such a fucking smartass. You know exactly what the fuck it is that I'm trying to say. You want to know what would be so much better? If Carlos ignored what it was that Crowder was saying towards him, because Carlos would have looked like the bigger man. If Carlos just ignored Crowder and not even acknowledged his existence, like, oh, this is just some asshole on the internet, who fucking cares about him? He would have looked like the bigger man, because he wouldn't have given Crowder the time of day, and wouldn't have given Crowder probably what he wanted, attention from Carlos Maza, alright? He probably wanted a reaction out of Carlos, so he could point and laugh at Carlos and be like, look at this triggered liberal, let's all laugh at liberals again, because obviously all liberals are like this, right? But no, you had to fall into the trap. You had to throw a huge bitch fest over this, and now many people on YouTube are getting fucked over because of you. You, no one else. And fuck your buddy saying that it's not your fault that this is happening, because it is your fault. Because again, if you didn't bitch and moan about being called mean names, then none of this would have happened, and no one would be getting fucked over as a result of you getting so fucking offended. If this was just you getting mad over what Crowder was saying about you, or better, going after Crowder's points against your points, then fine, whatever. I do believe free speech is in two ways, alright? If someone is saying something really stupid and hateful, then I do believe that they should be called out and not pull the free speech card when they're called out, trying to silence those who are calling them out on their bullshit, alright? I think that is fucking stupid. But when you try to go out and censor someone who you feel is spewing out said hateful and stupid rhetoric, that is when you go too far, and that is when all of your credibility just goes out the fucking window. And just to put the fucking cherry on top, during Carlos's whole campaign to get Crowder taken off YouTube, it only sent more eyeballs Crowder's way. Because in a day after all this went down, after Crowder got unfairly demonetized 100% on YouTube, Crowder got 15,000 subscribers in a day, and also today, so far, he got 11,000 new subscribers. Previously, he was getting only a couple of thousand a day, or even under 1,000. You know, it was still a good amount he was getting a day. Don't fucking listen to Crowder's bullshit, saying, "Oh no, YouTube is censoring my channel. They're silencing conservative voices." Crowder's channel was doing just fine before all this, but still, his channel is doing even better now as a result of this. So congratulations. You know, instead of getting Crowder deplatformed, you've only sent more attention his way, you fucking idiot. And yes, I'm also aware that Carlos was doxxed as a result of Crowder making response videos towards Carlos. All right, yes, that is very fucked up, and also people have been were apparently sending Carlos message after message on his personal phone number after they found his phone number, saying to debate Steven Crowder. And yes, I'm not going to condone that at all. That is incredibly fucked up, and I don't condone doxing of any sort, even if the person may deserve it. I don't think anyone deserves to have their personal information put out. But at the same time, you can't exactly fault Crowder for this. Yes, he's the one that made response videos towards you, and yes, it was apparently his fans that were doing this, but Crowder can't control what every single fan of his does, okay? If a fan of anyone's goes out of their own way to dox someone and start harassing them, that is on them and not the creator themselves that they were a fan of, okay? Because the creator obviously can't control what their fans do. And if their fans do something really terrible, like, again, doxing someone and harassing them and sending them message after message to their personal phone number, then yes, that is terrible, but also the creator has nothing to do with that. From what I've seen pretty much the video Crowder made towards this guy, and they're all like 15 minutes long, and again, it was like an hour's worth of Crowder content I watched, and yes, I still feel dirty after watching all of that and spending all that time watching fucking Steven Crowder when I could have done something better with my time, but whatever. I watched these videos to see if Crowder incited any form of harassment towards Carlos, like, I don't know, telling his fans to go dox Carlos, or go harass Carlos, or go incessantly tweet towards Carlos, or anything of the sort. I didn't find any of that. It was simply Crowder making stupid juvenile jokes at Carlos's expense, and but even more so, Crowder responding to Carlos's points in the videos that Carlos made. And now everyone is suffering as a result of this. And I mean everyone. Stop making this a conservative or liberal thing. Like I've seen a bunch of conservatives talk about this and saying, it's the liberals trying to shut us down. Now us conservatives have to suffer. Again, I saw TJ Kirk's podcast get unfairly deemed as hateful, and now his podcast channel can't be monetized because YouTube thinks they make hateful content when their podcast is actually a very left-leaning podcast. So obviously this isn't just a left or right issue. And also, again, one of Carlos's buddies, who I'm more than sure is also very, very left-leaning if they associate with fucking Carlos Maza, they got hit with this too. So it's not just a left-right, conservative, liberal, whatever the fuck issue. So stop making it all about yourself, alright? You selfish fuck. So anyways, I'm done here. I'm done defending Steven Crowder in a video. I still can't believe I did this. Yeah, me, the supposed SJW incel cuck, defending Steven Crowder. Holy shit. But anyways, Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to try my best to get Steven Crowder's shitty videos off of my recommendations. Because after watching those few Steven Crowder videos I watched last night, my recommendations have been filled with Steven Crowder's stupid-ass content. Yeah, so much for YouTube supposedly, deplatforming you or getting your videos off recommendations or making them not show up in search engines. Because I watched some of your videos for the first time in a long ass time, and now YouTube is just shoving your content down my throat. So I don't know what the fuck you're on about when you say that YouTube doesn't favor your content or like showing people your content and recommendations, but they do. So stop running with that lie, please. So all I have left to say is, good luck, YouTube partners. Good luck getting your videos monetized from here on out, because now YouTube is obviously much, much worse when it comes to monetizing videos. Thank you, Carlos. And I'm not one of you anymore either. Funnily enough, just a day before all this went down, I terminated my partnership with YouTube because I saw no point in still being a YouTube partner, because obviously I wasn't monetizing my videos. I manually shut off monetization for all my videos, and I wasn't planning on using Super Chat or any of the fucking perks that come with being a YouTube partner. But anyways, yeah, I'm not a YouTube partner anymore, thank God. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye bye.